तलवारों पे सरवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है, तब जाके कहीं हमने सर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए 100 दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे। मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे।
Jammu and Kashmir, the most important geopolitical issue for India. India's government revoked Article 370, declaring that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. In the last 5 years, everything seemed so calm on the ground. But the recent 4 terrorist attacks in a span of just 3 days is a clear sign that Pakistan will not let India settle the matter so easily. All these attacks happened in Jammu, which is relatively safe and calm compared to Kashmir. With the upcoming annual Amarnath Yatra, the security remains precarious. How can we forget the dastardly attacks on Amarnath pilgrims in the past? In this video, let's decode why is Jammu and Kashmir the hot spot for 3 nuclear powers? Why did terrorists choose Jammu this time over Kashmir? Why now on the day of Prime Minister's oath? What does Pakistan want to achieve? How should India respond? Last but the most important question, what do the locals want? Before we get into the details, here's a reminder for you to take a poll and have your say on India's fight for Kashmir. I am Pavani, you are watching our channel Bharat Rising. Officially, as per the instrument of accession signed by the last ruler Maharaja Hari Singh, this princely state Jammu and Kashmir belongs to India. But the scary reality is that today, 3 nuclear powers control different parts of this territory. For India, Jammu and Kashmir is the gateway for Central Asia. The Himalayas form first line of defense for India against the war with China and Pakistan. The high altitude mountains help Indian armies to watch the neighbor activities, protecting the country, most importantly the northern areas including Delhi, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. Losing Jammu and Kashmir gives rivals easy access into India. I can't stress enough how important Jammu and Kashmir is for India's security. China gets access to Gwadar Port through Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Gwadar Port is an important alternate shipping route for China, especially because their current shipping route Malacca Strait is risky for China because of Indian Army's presence at Andaman and Nicobar Islands. That is the reason why China invested almost $50 billion on CPEC, China-Pakistan economic corridor that runs through Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. And that is why whenever India wants to fight against Pakistan, we must have a plan for China. Pakistan runs on agriculture that is dependent on Indus River system that originates in Himalayas. Losing Kashmir could mean that Pakistan is at India's mercy for the river water supply. In addition to these three specific points, all these countries are eyeing at the abundant natural resources that Jammu and Kashmir is blessed with. With Himalayas and glaciers, Jammu and Kashmir is the water tower for Asia, with natural minerals including gold and gypsum. There are three major reasons that contributed to peace in Kashmir Valley in the last few years: strong government policies and military actions. Together, the government and Indian Army successfully eliminated high-profile terrorist leaders in the region and also worked together with locals, gradually increasing their reception towards Indian Army. Huge investments from MR Group in Kashmir, making Pakistan hesitant to go against Middle East and plan any attacks. FATF and international pressure against terrorism is choking Pakistan. All these reasons contributed to peace in Kashmir Valley, but on the other hand, Jammu has become a soft target for terrorists due to challenging terrain filled with mountains and thick jungles. Jammu's border is porous and not as fenced and monitored as that of Kashmir's border. Amarnath Yatra coming up in the end of June and assembly elections due before September. Currently, the Indian security forces are split between these two major events, making it slightly easier for terrorists to operate. And now, coming to the elections, huge voting in Lok Sabha elections. If the same repeats in assembly elections, then the international community will consolidate their views on Jammu and Kashmir, making it difficult for Pakistan's narrative. That's the reason why they want to disrupt assembly elections. Coalition government, simply based on the assumption that Modi's current leadership is not as strong as it used to be in the last two terms. The current attacks on Hindu pilgrims will increase religious tensions. Someone somewhere in India may pass a strong anti-Muslim statement that will be used by the pro-Pakistan parties in the assembly elections. These pro-Pakistan parties in Jammu and Kashmir are already weak, and if they lose in these assembly elections, they will not be able to recuperate. There is an interesting China angle. These things won't happen with just one beneficiary in mind. With the recent events, we all see how India is looking eye to eye and giving befitting reply to China's antics. China is desperate for a face saver, and now with these attacks, India's army will divert their attention away from China's border. And the last but not the least, Pakistan wants to give a message to international community that Jammu and Kashmir issue is not settled yet. No matter what people think about Modi's contributions, one thing he has delivered 100% is to instill national pride and sense of Bharat.
जाएगा कि हाउ एक बंदा उठा नेशनलिज्म को लेके आया। मैं अक्सर यहां पे लफ्ज इस्तेमाल करता था कि मोदी जी के कारनामा कि उन्होंने जो भारतीय हैं हिंदुओं को स्टेरॉइड्स पे कर दिया है। ये कारनामा सबसे बड़ा मोदी जी का है कि भारत को उन्होंने स्टेरॉइड्स के टीके लगा दिए जो कि कोई नहीं लगा सका। यहां पे डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने कोशिश की थी नाकाम हुआ। अरब स्प्रिंग उठी थी, नाकाम हुआ। ब्रेक्सिट हुआ था, नाकाम हुआ। लेकिन मोदी जी की ये चीजें आप कहें ना कहें, इस पे पीएचडी के मकाले लिखे जाए।
With or without Modi, India has changed for good. Gone were the days when not taking action against terrorist attacks was even an option. India now demands accountability from leaders, demands actions and worships military as much as we worship cricketers and movie stars. With the last surgical strikes, Modi has set a new baseline. I don't think coalition government will deter a determined leader like Modi. India will respond, India will take action and make Pakistan pay militarily and financially. How does India do this is a very interesting subject. India has a number of options. Surgical strikes, choking Pakistan using FATF, putting pressure on China using Tibet, creating unrest in Sindh, Balochistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir by supporting repressed groups at international stage, and strict actions against OGWs, on ground workers in Jammu. Let's not leave out the locals. India's government must continue to support the locals by working together on radicalization, extremism, drug addiction, and most importantly, India's government must work on the sustainable, slow and steady integration of Jammu and Kashmir with the rest of India by not negatively affecting the environment, culture and demographics of Kashmir that the locals are very proud of. Very soon, we hope to see cricket balls replacing stones in youngsters' hands. Thank you for watching.